Episode number 57. There never was, nor will be, but one man worthy of Ladybird, said Miss Pross. And that was my brother Solomon, if he hadn't made a mistake in life. Here again, Mr. Lorry's inquiries into Miss Pross's personal history had established the fact that her brother Solomon was a heartless scoundrel who had stripped her of everything she possessed, as a stake to speculate with, and had abandoned her in her poverty forevermore, with no touch of compunction. Miss Pross's fidelity of belief in Solomon, deducting a mere trifle for this slight mistake, was quite a serious matter with Mr. Lorry, and had its weight in his good opinion of her. As we happen to be alone for the moment, and are both people of business, he said, when they had got back to the drawing-room, and had sat down there in friendly relations, let me ask you, does the doctor, in talking with Lucy, never refer to the shoemaking time, yet? Never. And yet keeps that bench, and those tools beside him? Ah, returned Miss Pross, shaking her head. But I don't say he don't refer to it within himself. Do you believe that he thinks of it much? I do, said Miss Pross. Do you imagine, Mr. Lorry had begun, when Miss Pross took him up short with. Never imagine anything. Have no imagination at all. I stand corrected. Do you suppose you go so far as to suppose, sometimes? Now and then, said Miss Pross. Do you suppose, Mr. Lorry went on, with a laughing twinkle in his bright eye, as it looked kindly at her, that Dr. Manette has any theory of his own, preserved through all those years, relative to the cause of his being so oppressed, perhaps, even to the name of his oppressor? I don't suppose anything about it, but what Ladybird tells me. And that is, that she thinks he has. Now don't be angry at my asking all these questions, because I am a mere dull man of business, and you are a woman of business. Dull? Miss Pross inquired, with placidity. Rather wishing his modest adjective away, Mr. Lorry replied, No, no, no. Surely not. To return to business : is it not remarkable that Dr. Manette, unquestionably innocent of any crime as we are all well assured he is, should never touch upon that question? I will not say with me, though he had business relations with me many years ago, and we are now intimate, I will say with the fair daughter to whom he is so devotedly attached, and who is so devotedly attached to him. Believe me, Miss Pross, I don't approach the topic with you, out of curiosity, but out of zealous interest. Well, to the best of my understanding, and bad's the best, you'll tell me, said Miss Pross, softened by the tone of the apology. He is afraid of the whole subject. Afraid?